Hey, it's been a while since we commentated together. Y'all are probably sick of us at this point, but nope, we're back. We're still commentating. You're stuck with us.
Also, I just realized I accidentally participated in this race, but that's fine! In the live split, don't worry about it.
Commentated runners, fire us all. Out of the cannon, with flamethrower.
So do we have random start, or are we starting vanilla start?
This is random elevators, so it's still random start.
It is a random start, okay. That'll be really interesting to see where we are this week.
Yep. You're in the SRL chat. Do you know if the race has technically started on their end yet?
No, it has not. Here we go. Okay, now we are going.
Yep.
Also, I'm going to quickly open...
Looks like our runners have slightly different stream delays,
is a vanilla start.
Oh, doesn't even matter because random start, because we still got talent start.
I'm going to double check that actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's a random start, and yet here we are in Talon yet again, landing site.
Looks like some people are having some. Oh, it does. It looks like they started with space jump.
Excellent, very handy. No early space jump required. Even though they've done that. And
looks like they started with a missile, because Forsaken just got 10 missiles after his first one.
It's going to be great, because they're going to be able to go and get their hints immediately.
Although it
fire those artifacts.
Although it does look like Op hasn't noticed that he started with space jump.
And we've got a suit, it seems, behind the ship.
Yeah, I think that was Varia.
Thank you for... oh, go ahead.
I'm curious how long it'll take for Op to notice he has space jump.
We've got some one in chat already saying that the hints have already been posted, although I don't think it's been posted in the stream yet, so we won't spoil quite yet.
Yes, you will hear gen reactions of the torture we're putting our runners through.
That or it's just me meaning up.
True.
Yes, all artifacts in landing site for some reason. Yes, yes. So that is a meme. And here we go. We've got our morph ball.
Yep. Looks like Forsaken Angel is being mean to us and is not checking the hints right away. Darn you, Forsaken Angels, for your optimal strategies.
Entertainingly enough. Hang on, sorry. Never mind. I wonder if Forsaken Angel is playing with a keyboard this week or with a controller.
Oh yeah, that is true.
He's one of the very, very few Metroid Prime players I'm aware of that prefers to play with a keyboard.
Gravity Chamber. Elite Corners! Ah! Andromeda Shorelines.
For anyone not familiar, oh, that's a terrible...
Metroid Quarantine Beat. Okay, considering it's Elite Cores, that's not too bad, but that's still Metroid Core. That's still bad.
So, to explain the reaction, Elite Quarters means that the runners will have to pretty much defeat one of the final bosses. Not the final bosses, but one of the late game bosses. We know that for a fact that it will be required to defeat them, because one of the required items is there, the artifacts. These are 6 items that don't affect your gameplay. You just need to acquire them to open up the final area of the game.
It looks like that's nothing in Frigga Crash Site, so Forsaken Angel is neglecting to pick it up, as it does literally nothing.
Other than bump up that percentage number, if that means anything to you.
And give you a sense of pride and accomplishment.
There's been a lot of talk actually to change this behavior so that these are considered junk items. The reason there are nothing items in the world is because we only have 6 artifacts, whereas there's originally 12 in the original game.
There's also Charge Beam, which we start with in this version.
Because those items are not required, or they're considered picked up already, there's going to be 7 extra items or so populated in the world, and those items will just be nothing in this seed. which will be a glitchy textured suit.
Yep. Also, I noticed Op did a space jump, so I think he's noticed at this point that he has it.
Mm-hmm.
Forsaken Angel doing a very nice dash across Root Cave, which is it's tricky. It's one of the hardest. It's one of the things that tricks new players up a lot, as it's a very useful trick for early on in the seed. But also, it's not an easy dash.
Just missiles for the early skip. And yeah, Forsaken Angel not opting to go out of bounds, which I highly recommend him not doing as well.
Yes.
Right call there.
Yeah, since you don't have bombs, it's very easy to soft lock yourself.
Indeed.
Coming up, we will see our first elevator.
Caverns.
Lava Lake. And it looks like Forsaken is taking it. Not even gonna check the other elevator.
He has his Varia suit, why not?
True.
There is the one item here, the one check he can do. Actually, he has power bombs, so I don't think he'll press on.
He technically can.
Yeah, you need 2 power bombs technically to proceed through, and then 2 power bombs to get back. And not really recommended.
It's technically possible to do it by using your first power bomb and then getting a lucky drop off one of the puffers, but that's not very reliable, and it's not even in logic for due to how unreliable it is.
Oh, and Op actually is opting to also check the item as well, so still no route divergences. Actually, I'm not. Did Op check upstairs, up above, upstairs? I don't think he did. Like, just to clarify. Oh, and good thing they're checking, because down here
that was the right play to make.
And now those power bombs no limitations isn't a problem, at least for this tiny. As seen there, Forsaken Angel using those 2 low bombs, which will work just as well. But yeah, just to quickly clarify, the room where Forsaken Angel did the dash, that's not intended at this point to collect. You technically need the grapple beam, but our runners know tricks. And in case anyone's not familiar with a randomizer, all these items have been shuffled around. Like, you usually wouldn't find them in these locations. Op hasn't saved, has he?
What are you talking about? Runner saving? Sounds like filthy casual speak.
Oh boy.
There is only one save point, and it is ship save.
24 energy in Magma Caverns. This is not, he's gonna have to be careful.
Yep.
Forsaken Angel acquiring a Spider Ball.
Yep. Spider Ball isn't... There's quite a few ways to skip, tricks. There's quite a few tricks to skip, items that formally require a Spider Ball. However, they can often be a bit difficult, so it's still good to pick up Spider Ball.
And fortunately, energy is not a problem anymore. And yeah, the Spider Ball, there are a few items that, as you say, they will require it. And it just makes certain places much easier to traverse, of course.
I think there is only one hard required item, which is actually Fendrana Shorelines, which that could be the artifact we have in Logic, either that or the Ice Wall one. So that could be very relevant.
There's also technically Dynamo, but well,
I think there are ways to skip that without Spider Ball, but they're very niche. Like, yeah, I think you need Floaty Jump, which involves, like, defeating Flagra, which is generally not worth it.
Yes, it's incredibly unlikely we'll ever see that, unless we know an artifact's there and our runner's in go mode.
Yeah.
And Forsaken Angel, climbing Monitor Station to find his nothing.
Yep.
And below, an energy tank. Always nice to find early on.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of items clustered here in Magmar.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what elevators they find. Oh, and
that's a visor.
Oh, Angel's gonna wish he had some power bomb ammo right now.
And due to time travels, hold on to those words.
You know something I don't.
Angel, checking on some of the other streams, and I saw
right at that second, I see now why. We've got our power bomb. There we go, our second one.
Yep.
Yeah,
this
managing
area...
a powerbomb ammo is always fun.
Yeah. This area in particular is probably the worst one for it, as there's 2 powerbomb checks right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them you can't even see from the out. And Forsaken not even grabbing thermal. Did he not realize he grabbed the powerbomb tank that gave him an additional one?
I don't know if he noticed that. He's looking for powerbomb ammo, isn't he? I hope he is.
He also missed one in Fiery Shores, so I really hope he just decided, screw it, I don't need thermal visor.
That is a bizarre play. I don't understand that. I think he, oh dear. And Op rightfully so picking it up. And at least Angel's picked up the wave beam.
Oh, that's always useful to find early on. And let's see what we have here. Phase on mines!
Yeah, I would no power that too.
What are you talking about? Perfectly viable. Hey!
He's probably going to do the one check Phase and Processing Center. He won't be able. Actually, wait, don't you need the ice beam if he's? Oh, he's coming from the wave main quarry. Never mind. So you'll do this one check that you can do by the spider ball crane.
Which isn't logic and can screw you over if you forget to check that, like I did in my first ever weekly.
Yep. You know what? Yep, I agree with this play.
Yeah.
It's out of the way. There's nothing. Sorry, go ahead.
As long as you can deal with the pirates here, it's not really that big of a risk.
Yeah, with the 1 suit and 2 tanks, they're fine.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, those turrets can be quite troublesome and meddling.
It looks like Op is also electing to check this.
Yeah. Scan the... And it's good to scan that now. Get it done and over with. If you ever need to come from phase and mines from back to front.
Which is actually possible, as I learned recently. You don't get... That mining barrier is not a hard lock. You can actually boost repeatedly to go through it.
So you don't need to scan it?
The mining laser barrier.
Oh, the laser, yes. So, yeah, if you actually were to go backwards through phase and mines in the vanilla game, you would soft lock. But for the randomizer, you can go from back to front, but then you'll reach that barrier and you will not be able to proceed. So then you'll have to go back. So it's good to quickly summarize. It's good that they scanned it now in case they have to go from back to front.
And it looks like all their effort is only for an energy tank. Alas.
Yeah. Time to back out.
Yep. Forsaken Angel not even gonna pick it up.
So here's a question. Would you explore the rest of Magma Caverns at this point? Or do you double back and check that one elevator you skipped earlier on?
I mean, it's a difficult question to say.
I probably would check the elevator in the first place.
Yeah, I would absolutely check it in the first place just for the intel. But if you had to ask me which was the better play, there's 2 elevators in the back of mines versus only 1 gained from going back. So technically, I'd say pressing forward in mines is the better solution. Plus, you can also check the workstation item. But you really should just check the elevators early.
Yep.
Forsaken Angel still not picking up his thermal visor.
Yeah. There is an Echoes Weekly. It is earlier in the day, I believe. I believe it's around 3 o'clock on Saturdays, or 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Approximately around that time.
Yep.
Yeah, the Echoes community is just as busy, if not more. But if there's not more players playing Echoes right now.
Yeah, although they did just finish up their tournament recently, so.
True. I still need to check up on the results of that. Oh, it paid off. It paid off.
The elevators just get looped around.
So it looks like this is the only logical way forward then.
Yep.
Alright, so the runners definitely did the right call. Because they got their bombs, and then they got their spider ball, allowing them to proceed this way, whereas if they proceeded the other way, magma, it wouldn't have routed as well.
Yeah, they did have 2 power bombs, so they could have headed over to Lava Lake to get the bombs, but I think either way it would have worked out okay, but...
They only had 1 power bomb at the time, though.
There was the one in Fiery Shores, though.
But this was, true. Right, I understand. I see now where you're coming from. I bet... Oh! Hop's actually, going back.
Huh. Wonder what he's up to. Ah, he might be checking Arbor Chamber. Because he can
yes,
be out of bounds
because he
over the
has
wall.
his bombs. Excellent point.
Yep.
So this, what Op is doing right now, if assuming this is his play, is out of logic.
I think that was Ice Beam?
That did definitely either a beam or a beam combo, and I think it's a beam because Angel's going for it.
Yeah.
Is Op forgotten he's got Spider Ball? Go back, he's going back. So he's not, so the Arbor Chamber is going to remain a mystery for us.
Yeah. Looks like he just got confused for a bit.
Thank you for changing the audio there.
That wasn't me. I think that might have just been Gollop.
Oh, well, thank you, Gullet.
Our invisible tracker. No one knows what he sounds like, but he's there to cut track for us every week, and I don't know. We've tried offering if he wants to commentate or run, but nope, he's just happy sitting there being a saint.
Alrighty, and Op has figured it out.
Yep, and it looks like it is Ice Beam.
Oh boy, that's gonna open up the world a lot.
Yep. Something like half the elevators in the game are locked behind Ice Beam.
Man, this is almost the iconic setup, or getup with Samus right now. If we could just find our grapple beam. Not that our runners will need it. Alright, Angel's checking behind elevator number 1. Will he check elevator number 2?
Quarantine Cave! Nope, he's still just going for it.
Yep, he's just marching on.
Yep. Also worth noting that we really have not seen Chozo yet, which is rare, as usually random elevators, even with the fact that it's randomized, still likes to have Chozo show up early.
Yeah, that's an incredibly good point. I do wonder if the other elevator will be Chozo, because there's a lot of Chozo elevators. Yep, unless they happen to all be Talon South, Phase Mines, and Phendrana. And even then, I don't know if that's logically possible.
Yeah.
Forsaken Angel going for the dash, but he misses.
Oh, no.
Well, looks like we have ourselves our Tantrum Rock fight.
Oh.
This is,
And, of course, he doesn't have thermal visor.
Yeah. That won't be a problem, I don't think. He has bombs.
Yeah, but still, it speeds it up a bit.
I often forget that you can even use the thermal visor to see the rocks sometimes, and I just, here we go. There's a faster way of defeating Zardes via the use of power bombs, but if he Forsaken Angel he has the 1 power bomb, then yeah, I would save it for the last phase.
Yeah.
Where you can get like 3 of the rocks versus 2. Or it's a flex.
I don't know what's going on with Forsaken Angel. He seems to be doing a lot of flexing. I think he's just going for the big brain plays. Like, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe plasma beams on Thardus.
You never know.
I wouldn't put it past him. He is certainly a bunch of angry rocks.
I'm really curious to see which elevator Op decides to go for.
Yeah. Keep in mind, even if he goes for the Tundra elevator, he might not fight. He probably won't fight Thardus.
Yeah, I probably would have saved Thardus for later.
Yeah.
Although there is one risk in doing that, and that's how accessible Vendron is.
Yeah.
Because if Thardus ends up having super missiles and you skip Thardus, and then you realize you need to defeat Thardus and you're on the wrong side of Vendrana, you have to go for labs. Potentially. And it's just... Alpha's gonna jump into the elevator, please save me. Will you go into the elevator?
Will you show us what the elevator is?
It's Chozo.
Yeah.
So we've got our first major route diversions on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, go see what the other route. Looks like Diggle is also fighting Thardus.
Well, there you go.
Reggie is in labs, so... Apparently fighting Thardus is not as stupid an idea as we think it is.
I wonder if it's a big brain play or if they actually do have the routing in mind.
Yeah. Maybe they just were getting flashbacks from last week's scene.
Alright, so Chosen is one of the most dense areas for items, which is great if you're looking for something.
Yep. Op going to go check the other elevator. This elevator intel is always worth having.
Yes. Statistically, you're more likely to find the item you need in Chosen Ruins than anywhere else, I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Oh, and yeah, Op is...
And we get our very valuable missile.
Yeah, so Thardus was not required of the seed.
Yep.
Also, Op is opting not to finish Chosen Ruins. It's actually proceeding to Talon South.
Could just be going down there for some quick checks. But
Yep.
Who knows, he could also be bar skipping.
No boost ball either.
Yeah, no, so it's pretty much only Great Tree Chamber.
Yep. Hopefully he remembers that he doesn't have boost ball and does not... Well, he saved recently, so...
Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad.
But yes, there is a soft lock coming up here where if you went into the half pipe without boost ball, the game like tries to prevent you from going in there. I mean, like, you need to use power bombs and ice beam, and then morph ball bombs.
And Spider Ball to get up there.
Technically, yep.
Life Grove has a lot of requirements to get in, although it looks like Op is aware of all of them and is not going to get himself soft locked.
Yep. And yeah, he could theoretically do bar skip, but I'm glad that's probably not the play I would do.
You always can do bar skip, but the question is, do you want to endure a bar skip?
Not only that, but like if once he gets through, he doesn't have boost ball to then open the gates. So then he'd have to do reverse bar skip if the other elevator is really unoptimal. Although at this point, I think our runners can mostly traverse in most locations and elevators.
Yeah. So Plasma Beam is only Plasma Beam and Boost Ball, I'd say, are the only items that are really locking off significant portions of the game at this point.
Yeah, exactly, and those are not critical at all, really, for elevator access, for traversing the world, like, from location to location. It's just specific checks.
Yep.
And I suppose the latter half of Phaser Mines, in regards to Boost Ball, if you don't find X-Ray. It's a good thing that the visor the Angel skipped was not X-ray visor, because we would have an unfortunate run on our hands if that was the case.
Yeah, true. Considering it is mandatory for Omega, no way around it.
Yep, it's the single that and Phazon Central. Phazon, the access one. What's it? PCA? That one.
Phazon processing access.
Thank you. That one also requires you to defeat the Omega Pirate.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 checks that require X-ray visor in the game. Forsaken Angel trying to peek at the item in the water.
Yeah.
He's diving
for an artifact.
Yep.
Although he does not have gravity suit, which means he will have to do a very precise series of slope jumps in order to get out.
Yeah, the gravity suit, of course, is what makes traversing through water much easier. Without it, your jump height is halved, and fortunately we can use physics exploits to kind of get up the terrain.
Yep. On to the hard one right now.
Yep. The jump Angel's attempting right now is definitely the hardest jump of the series, I would say.
Yep.
Personally, at least for me personally, most runners.
I'd agree with it.
And he makes it.
Yep, 4th try, I think.
That was really well done. Like,
yeah, I do not blame him at all for taking a few tries to get that. That is a very precise trick.
And he's out. As long as he doesn't flip back in, which... Okay, we're good.
Yep.
I missed the item that Op checked there, but
I also missed it.
It doesn't look like it could have been it was anything too important.
Looks like a missile at the top of the furnace.
Angel's being bullied by these pirates here. Alright, what have we got for Op here? Grapple beam.
Yep. Grapple beam's another item like Spider Ball that, I don't think there's any places where grapple beam is strictly required, but it still helps.
The only time grapple beam might be required is if you don't have space jump, and you need to get space jump, and space jump's somewhere stupid.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at the same time, it's a good time to grab it, because Op is about to come upon Magma Pool, and without grapple beam, you can still acquire that item, but if you fail the trick, it's a death, most likely, which of course costs a lot of time.
Yeah. It's generally best to avoid dying.
It'll also be useful for traversing the phasal lines, which they will have to do later on.
Yep. Slow Mines does have several grapple points which are intended to use.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that's why Forsaken Angel didn't waste more time with Quarantine. Oh, I always muddle them up. Quarantine Monitor, the one behind?
Yeah.
Yep.
Quarantine Monitor.
So yeah. Alright, and what does Mysterious Incinerator Drone Zoid got for us? Another power bomb.
Yep, always nice to get those.
I would say at this point, well, yeah, he has to go through the phasal mines, so.
Yeah, unless you have main power bombs, I'll always pick up power bomb expansions.
And Ice Beam's actually very useful against Zoid here.
Yep.
One hit kill, one shot kill. I mean, for the late, or not kill, but ends the phase really quickly.
Yeah, and for only an uncharged shot as well.
Yep. Although a charge beam shot works just as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of fancy strats for Zoid and Seekers that they don't really matter all that much because it's Zoid. It's mostly just RNG.
This is one of the few plasma beam checks that you cannot check in the game on Forsaken Angel's side. So here's hoping it's nothing important. Oh man, Op getting a wonderful nothing. Yeah. Oh, and accidentally wasting a power ball. Oh, Op must be a little bit salty right now.
Yeah.
Good Zoid fight otherwise. Looks at it.
Also, from what I'm seeing, of the other ones, it looks like Gravity Suit is in labs somewhere, so that's interesting.
And now, yeah, power bombs. Main power bombs in our lake here. Will Angel go for it? I probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for it.
I'm hoping he knows his trick to get out of the water here.
Yeah, because he doesn't have Gravity Suit. It's not too hard to figure out.
Nope. It's very finicky, but once you figured it out, it's painless, I find.
Yeah.
In contrast to some other tricks in the run. Of course, that being said, some players will find certain tricks easier and harder than others.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no. Nope, looks like he's trying to do a slope jump off the back. Or no, looks like he found the crack. And he's out.
Yeah, he's making it look easy. For the
Yep.
most part. Alright, and Oppa opted to do the bomb puzzle.
Also, it looks like he is actually the only runner who elected to go to Chozo, so...
What? Yeah.
That's usually not very common. The best way to describe how important Chozo is in this game is that there's literally a method in the randomizer to reduce the amount of items Chozo has, because people are getting sick of seeds that were completely Chozo loaded.
All that being said, that might be all the more reason for avoiding Chozo in this particular seed, for how far away it was located. Nope, getting trolled. There we go. Trying to scan that one point.
I mean, it's no further away than the rest of Andrana.
True. And Angel also opted to do labs backwards, and he found a suit.
Yep, that's gravity.
Yeah. Would have been a little useful for the gravity chamber, but at this point it'll be mostly useful if he decides to traverse the frigate, which we do have an artifact there, a cargo freight bay. Funnily enough, cargo freight bay is probably is the only freight item that's technically not gravity locked, although it sucks not having gravity for that item.
Yeah, it's probably the only item which, it's basically like a dev-intended trick, is how I describe it.
Yeah, in the vanilla game, they intend for you to traverse down there, only to realize that you need the gravity suit. Then the game gives you an in-game warning or hint.
Also, I'm hearing Discord sounds from somewhere. Is that yours?
Possibly, yes. Sorry about that. Not sure how to fix that.
Pretty sure we all just had got the entire chat to check Discord repeatedly.
Let me see if I can fix that. I'm Mr. Popular, I guess. Apologies, chat. That's your terrible joke for the week. I'm Fire Paper Planes. Thank you for. Okay.
He may be Pyro Paper Planes, but he's our Pyro Paper Planes. And you're not getting rid of him until you start signing up for comps.
Please do so I can play the game. Alright, Pacific Angel. Skipping every single item, including the E-tanks, which,
And it looks like Alp is doing the checks necessary to do Flagra.
I actually don't blame Angel for skipping the E-tanks, because he's gonna be going for a lot of items this run, I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ops has decided this is one of those seeds, and he's doing the other play. He's taking care of Bad Boss, Flarga. Funnily enough, though, doing it the vanilla way, not the reverse way, which is suddenly became a lot more popular since a runner recently pulled it off. Because it is faster, actually, doing Flarga reverse in the randomizer.
Yeah, however, you do need Spider Ball for that, or
and
super missiles. Yeah,
yep.
so...
And no super missiles.
Yeah, no super... Do have Spider Ball, so he will still be able to grab the ghost item, too.
So Angel's finally opted to check his heads at long last.
Yep. He has just realized he is in for a long seed. Oh, imagine if he had skipped X-ray earlier. If the visor was X-ray. So you need to go all the way back.
It's already slightly burned him skipping. Not really. I was gonna say it burned him skipping for cards, but the way he played, no, not really.
I mean, it's still gonna burn him on essence no matter what, unless he's that good, which he might be. Maybe he just wanted to show off how good he is at invisible essence.
And of course, because Forsaken Angel picked up the research core item, aka where the gravity suit was in this seed, he doesn't have to worry about avoiding a trigger in that room.
Yep.
Until you collect that item, you have to avoid this trigger or space pirates will ambush you, and it's a good 3-minute fight, 2-minute at minimum, but that's if you're like optimally backed out. And of course, that's the other thing. Forsaken Angel does not have to defeat. He doesn't have to get the door locked and then defeat the pirates. That door will lock on you otherwise until you collect the item where the gravity suit was in the seed.
He will be getting the pirate party in the intro to the lab, so.
Oh, of course, Angel is having to skip an item here because it is super missile locked.
Yep.
Here's hoping.
And you can't even check it without X-ray.
Yeah, I really hope it's nothing important he needs. Otherwise, Angel is going to. It's one of the most costly backtracks in the game, I find.
Yep. It has ruined seeds.
Yeah, you can find super missiles from the complete opposite side of the world, and it's like, well, and with random elevators and Fendronas in the wrong location. Yep. Angel opting to actually kill the ninja pirates. Is that what you call? Are they actually ninja pirates? I forget.
I think it was stealth pirates. Yeah. Also, Op is at 28 health. Let's hope he doesn't die to Flagra.
Yeah, I think this is why he's opting to do Flagra the legit way instead.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, I think he's safe. Don't go into the vine until. Okay, he's got 2 more vines left. Technically, killing it should also spawn in health pickup drops.
Yeah.
It has been a while since Op was saved, I do believe.
Yeah. As I said earlier, dying is generally bad.
Forsaken Angel. Too often, I try to go for that jump, and I too completely slept and missed. Alright. I'm playing it a little safe. Stunning Flarga. Honestly, that's exactly what I would do right now. Yeah.
When you're at 28 HP, things suddenly start to become a bit more intense.
Yeah. Oh, he's close to that vine, alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Those vines are still active until pretty late, yeah. Alright, op safe.
Yeah.
He does have another fight, should he choose to do the ghosts afterwards, but there's typically 100 health drops in the quarter following this room, so he should be fine.
Also, I have convenient timing because I just checked on one of the other runner streams, and I just found out that not only does Overgrown Cavern have Boost Ball, but Reggie is also going to be doing a frigate right now.
Spoilers? Yeah, that would have been really handy to have found earlier on.
And Op is rewarded with a missile for all of his efforts.
I'm curious which elevator is connected to the frigate in the front.
I'm guessing it's Fendrana since he went through Fendrana earlier.
Oh, and Angel opting not to pick that up. I think it was a beam combo from the looks of it. And just to catch you up for the labs, other than gravity, there was nothing really important there, no. But we did have one missed check because we did not have, Angel did not have super missiles at the time, and no X-ray visor to check what it was either.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing important for Angel's sake. Yeah, and as said, Opt restored his health. Oh, of course. It's in the... So, Angel's going to have to come back here once he finds his super missiles. And...
Although, to be fair, that's really not so bad, considering that he's going to have to come back here anyway with super missiles for the end of the seed.
Yeah.
So, now he's just going to have to wait to come back here until he has plasma beam as well.
Emblem, it was the Phazon suit in that wall of ice on Forsaken Angel's side. Of course, Phazon suit is required for defeating the final boss of the game, Metroid Prime. The Phazon beam is otherwise not usable, and thus you cannot damage Metroid Prime without it. That's why it's required. Unless you just want to, stare at Metroid Prime's face for the rest of the days. I don't think that counts as a game victory.
Might be a spiritual victory.
Imagine if that was actually a victory condition. You bore Metroid Prime to death. He's trying to bore you. I'll bore you.
Yep.
And yes, there was an artifact up on Fendron Shorelines.
Yep. In the tower, so...
And Angel is opting to check Chozo Ice Temple. I always muddle up the two names of the items over here. There's two items in the area Angel's going. Angel should be careful as well. His health is not the greatest. True. That being said, Angel does have the gravity suit, which does provide a 20% damage buff.
Yep.
Or reduction.
I think it's actually 25. 25%. I'll be wrong. Not as much as it would if he had Phazon right now.
Yes. 50% damage reduction, which is essentially doubling your health.
Yep.
At this point, in regards to elevators for Angel, there's nothing that is too bad, I would say, at this point.
Also, I missed it. Did you see what was on Ghosts?
I did not. I'm so sorry.
Probably a missile then. Also, it looks like that is an elevator to Great Freehall lower right there, so... looks like one of our other Reggie, who is heading through... who just got out of, just got out of Frigate, is now probably going to be exploring, Chozo now soon, so... I think our two other runners are honestly probably in a better... And... we just found our supers.
Yeah, so Opt's gonna be happy once he goes to Fendrana. Although he still will hopefully find the plasma beam before that.
Yep.
And it looks like whatever. Again, unfortunately, I missed the item Angel checked. Again, it couldn't mean anything important because he didn't opt to fight the boss. Opt getting an artifact.
Yep. It's honestly been a really interesting seed so far. It opened up pretty quickly, and there was a lot of... wasn't really like one obvious way to go.
Alrighty, and I missed the elevator there, but we'll find out very shortly.
Yeah. That's Frigate Crash Site.
Angel's gonna be very happy with that elevator then. Main Chozo. Yes, and as said earlier, Angel's now got his boost ball. And Angel is opting to go through the frigate.
Well, keep in mind, Cargo Elevator does have an artifact, so that is... You're gonna have to go down here eventually. The real question is he gonna go all the way through?
Yeah, like whenever whenever it's possible, it's usually faster to complete frigate from reverse. We know one of the elevators is was it Magmar, I believe? Or no, it's Chozo. Sorry, Chozo ruins.
Yeah.
And then have we seen our other?
Yeah, I remember we saw the top elevator at some point, but I don't quite remember where it led to.
I think the top one was Chozo, and then the
Yeah,
bottom
I
one,
think one of the Chozo elevators.
and then the other one
that
was
reflectable save station. And I think that's our plasma beam in the ledge. Yep, that's our plasma.
Alright, as soon as Op finds Vendrana. Question is when will Op find Vendrana?
And then he still has to go all the way back down to the mines.
Did we check? Did Op check what was in tree?
Yes, he did. It was
Okay,
an
excellent.
tank.
Alright, there's our missiles. I'm not sure what Angel is attempting here.
Being annoyed at the vines and the crash site.
Oh, I think he was possibly trying to snipe the electric panel. And Op, using standable terrain to skip using the spider ball and the boost ball, even though he has them. No, he doesn't have boost ball, actually.
Yep. That is the one major item he doesn't really have right now, besides Phase on Suit. And he really has no idea where it is. Honestly, I'd say Op is probably doing pretty well here. I'd say probably in the best position of all the runners just because of that plasma beam.
Yep. And everyone else deciding not to.
And super missiles.
That's a good way of climbing.
Yep.
So Op is demonstrating the R-jump method of climbing this room.
Yeah.
So, like this, I was saying this earlier, for a lot of runners that are not comfortable with dashing across, the R-jump is just as viable method of getting across.
Yep.
It's all about what you feel most comfortable with.
Yeah. The movement tech in Prime 1 is just incredibly deep. There's oftentimes like a ton of different ways to just get one simple trick done, and it's not oftentimes about just which one's the fastest, it's which one is most reliable for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you oftentimes will just, like... It's become a cliche for me to say, you'll learn something new every time you watch these, but, like, I really do learn something new about how to go through these rooms every time I play it. Which I might commentate one of these scenes.
How many people are racing? That's a good question.
Only 4.
Yep. So right now, for those who know, we've got Op and Forsaken Angel here. Also, Forsaken Angel just found another missile there.
Yep.
Yeah, nice going Op. So yeah, we've got Op, we've got Digglerath, we've got Op 82, Digglerath, Forsaken Angel, and Uncle Reggie. Alrighty, Op, nice for the jumps, and he's up.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can expend 36 missiles, but he was a little short at the time, and
you can also just expend the just the few necessary to get them to just watch the cutscene, which shows you what are up there in the first place. But
yes, that's definitely that too. Yeah. And will Op validate his run? Nope. That was our flamethrower there. That is a beam combo, and arguably not arguably. I mean, it's pretty much objectively the worst beam combo in the game.
I thought it was the best one. You're telling me it doesn't insta-kill Essence?
Yeah. It's if you have no other beam combo, then by all means go ahead and use it on the normal phase. If you're on the plasma phase, it's actually faster to use plasma beam just by itself. Oh, is that close enough? Oh yeah. It's well done. Of course, Op couldn't check this item earlier, so because he did not have power. He did not have boost ball. Missiles everywhere.
Yep. Looking like a prime seed.
At this point, I believe we know where every critical item is except for the X-ray visor.
Except X-ray.
Yep.
And we need that for Omega Pirate, so...
My bet, phazon mines.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, or how about Central Dynamo? The last possible check towards that direction.
Yeah, seems about right for,
Pretty much every other horrible check at this point has been confirmed for... We've seen the Flarga plays on Op's end. We've seen the FAR displays on the Angel's end.
Yep.
And no reward. Alright, and this is the dreaded magma pool that Op is traversing. But of course, with that grapple beam and Varia suit, it's a leisurely breeze. Well, as long as you don't let go of the L button. Just missiles. Okay, what's behind? Yep.
More missiles.
No visors here. Diggle apologizes. I don't know why.
I'm not in the SRL chat, so... I'm out of the loop on what is going on in the runners' heads.
Op using standable terrain here. You must have seen something important.
Yep.
Oh no, the wrong side.
Oof.
He's just deciding to do it the normal way. But he'll have to wait for the next cycle.
Yeah.
There we go.
Forsaken Angel is also looking like he is finally heading out to do his Chozo checks, which could pretty well pay off for him.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Looks like it was just an E-tank.
Good for safety.
Yep. Considering Op doesn't have his boost ball, which he needs later, this could change things. Op does not have... Well, I would say he's probably the one most likely to win right now. He does not have this victory in anything close to a bag.
Just to comment on the boost ball, if he finds the X-ray visor, he won't need boost ball technically.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, the only time you need boost ball is if you're traversing down the ventilation pipe, and you decide to go back that way. If you fall into the ventilation pipe without boost ball, you need to press on because you cannot get back out there without, not excluding obnoxious bomb jump techniques, tricks that are incredibly difficult to pull off. Anyone following the 21% scene will be familiar with that. At least of the older routes, I believe they've been modified recently, so that is no longer in the current route. Alright, Op has opted to go to phazon mines.
Yep. Probably for the best from the omniscient narrator perspective. Mm-hmm. We know that X-Ray is not in Fentrana. Looks like we were getting some weird audio bugs right there. I guess chat got to experience what the super plasma beam sounds like.
Just misses for Op. And now Angel's pretty much tracing Op steps.
But with gravity suit this time and boost ball. Will those items make a difference? Find out next time on the Metroid Prime Randomizer Weekly!
I don't think they technically can, actually. I don't think there's any items locked behind gravity suit, really. Non-Chozo. I mean, technically yes, but no. It's even with our current logic settings.
It
Nicely going up. He skipped the trigger there.
It is going to make it so that when he eventually goes back to get the cargo freight elevator, that's going to take a long time for him.
There we go. Alright, opting to clear out the rest of mines first.
Yep.
Or the front half of mines.
Makes sense. There aren't many places in lower mines where X-ray can be.
Oof, getting Angel being a little bit bullied there by the incinerator drone. And this is Op is demonstrating why grapple beam is so handy for this room. That's such an obnoxious climb otherwise.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Angel is going to be disappointed.
Yep.
Op's going for the garbage chute. I think Op was expecting the turrets there.
Yeah. That's a weird trigger. I'm not sure what changes that. And we have our meme buster.
Actually, Wave Bust, this is like the perfect time to pick it up. Because this very next room is probably the room I'd use Wave Buster on.
This is also a cloak drone, but yeah. It's one of the simplest that's useful.
I find the super missile more useful against the cloak drone if you've got if you have the X-ray visor.
But our runners don't. Then again, they probably will at that point, unless X-ray is in Central Dynamo.
True. Angel just leaving that missile. Don't blame him at this point. He has plenty to go around for days. Some of our runners will, it's interesting to see where our runners will stop at for missile count.
However, once you get to a certain point, there's normally like a threshold where you stop collecting missiles, and then there's a threshold where you start collecting missiles again.
And yeah, for the very end. And then, sorry, just to quickly answer Liberino, the only item that technically it doesn't even really require gravity suit, but it's incredibly recommended, is biohazard containment.
I mean, Hydro Access Tunnel is also a major pain.
Yeah.
And not many runners can do that trick. I understand that you are one of them, but it's classified as insane in the difficulty category for a reason.
I have a feeling that might be reclassified at some point, simply due to how consistent a lot of runners have been lately. Have been able to pull it off.
Sure.
In the community, but I definitely agree that it's not an easy trick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ice Beam 4 Flogger is classified as an insane trick, and I mean, most people can usually, most runners of any facility can get that pretty reliably.
Although, funnily enough, I can.
I mean, it's not easy to learn.
Goes to show, as I was just previously my point earlier on, that some runners feel comfortable with certain tricks over others.
Yeah, that and out of bounds movement is janky in this game.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Op is running out of places to find his X-ray, and he cannot actually proceed through this room as he does not have boost ball. So, and I don't think he's realized that he can't.
Nope. Yeah, he's gonna get up there. You can technically actually get out of the boost ball slot with power bombs, but and you can actually technically move it with rolling, but it takes a while. Not generally recommended. Hopefully, oh yeah, he has bombs. So. Looking for that door. Just to clarify, Liberino, yeah, gravity suit can be used for a lot of checks, but like this is with tricks expected. If tricks weren't expected, then there'd be gravity suit would open up a lot more. All right, so Up is unfortunately going to have to go back the way he came.
Yep. Oh, there's only... I think there's only 2 places left that X-Ray Visor can be at already. It can be at the top of Elite Research, or it can be in Central Dynamo. Either way, that's going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, but I just double-checked every single one of our runners. None of them have the X-Ray Visor.
X-Ray Visor Go mode. This is certainly an interesting seed. It also could be in, I think it's Storage Cave, is that room in Lake Fendrana?
Yep, we did skip that, and there was also the one check in the labs.
Yup, Hydra, so. Could be there too. There's plenty of ways for X-Ray Visor to troll the runner.
If what I said earlier comes to fruition.
We apologize, runners.
Yeah, pretty much plasma beam and super missiles were the go mode item.
Looks like Op is not pushing further into mines, as he does not know X-rays not in Fendrana.
Yeah. Apologies if you heard that. That was my cat stumbling. And Forsaken Angel decides to validate his run by picking up the flamethrower.
Clearly the optimal decision.
Mm-hmm. So Op's doing a very long route. That's unfortunate. He decided to skip Central Dynamo, but I also don't blame him. Just because he's not having boost ball.
Yep.
We don't know that quite yet, Liberino. We haven't checked every item in Fendrana, and if the X-ray visor's there, whew, that's nasty.
That is true. There are technically more empty checks in Fendrana than there are in mines that Op has not checked, so can't really say it's bad routing to go check it.
Alright, so, well, Up actually hasn't checked this elevator yet.
It's true.
Alright, will he go to Fendrana?
Probably.
Yeah.
I also don't think we've seen Quarantine Monitor, so...
Correct.
Could also be there.
Yeah, so I would assume Op would opt to go forward. Yep. Check that item first. So we theoretically that'll probably be the first check he does. Angel's collected his super missile. He's gonna be happy he found that. Angel might think he's in go mode, but he still needs that X-ray visor.
Yep.
Fortunately,
It is Op going to fight the angry rocks.
Nope. Op is skipping it. I don't blame him because he has the super missiles. Routing wise, it definitely makes way more sense to leave Fardus to the end at this point.
Plus, it's always unlikely and it's big time investment, and he probably already feels he wasted time on Flagra.
Funnily enough, though, Angel is opting to do Flarga.
Oh boy.
Yep, that's unfortunate. Unfortunately, Angel is not aware. Like, he's not able to witness the stream that we're streaming, etc. Here we go. So he does not know that the next two items are going to be practically useless for him. Oof.
Ooh.
Those scarabs, they can get you when you least expect it.
Yep.
And there's a Hunter Metroid in this room, and it's surprisingly dangerous. When you're not expecting it.
Yeah, I could see why he's nervous considering he's only got 50 energy.
And Optus opting to skip the power bombs, which at this point, yeah, I would probably not bother.
Personally, I'd still grab them, but hey, it's up to the runner. Just because excessive power bombs can be useful for impact crater in essence.
And actually, he still has to go against if he decides to go against Vardus. Take care of the pirates. So we're getting to witness reverse Flarga here from Angel's side. As you can witness, there's nothing really happening. And Flarga won't really trigger until you go into the front door and trigger the cutscene there.
It's a weird fight, and you get to see just how much cutscene is in Flagra.
Yep. Flarga can still hurt you, funnily enough, if you... she still has a hurt box in the center. Around the aisle where you're jumping around and walking around. I guess power bombs is a wee bit overkill, but yep, that definitely works.
Why not?
Oh, not going for this jump here. There you go, he gets it.
Yep.
Funny, our runners, even though they have the grapple beam, we sometimes forget that we can traverse things the normal way.
And
just
making.
No more annoying energy tank sound though.
Seems to be a theme with this seed so far. We get beep city until we find an E-tank.
And with all 4 bomb slots triggered, activate the opening cutscene, and voila, the cutscene is completely and utterly confused.
Yep.
And he's dead. So, Op was just rewarded a missile for one of the possible places X-ray could be. That plasma beam check and storage cave back there.
Yep.
Ooh, this is going to take a while for Op. No gravity suit, no boost ball.
Yeah. He also does still need to go through here, just because there is that artifact in gravity chamber. He will have to do the slope jumps to get out of there, so... Depending on how practiced he is with them, that could lose him some time. It's not a trick that comes up in every seed.
Opting to just completely ignore the drone. Oh,
It's actually not the best mood since it will lock the door when you get back.
Op's gonna be so livid when he finds out that his very next time, assuming he goes into labs next, he's gonna find out his next item is this gravity suit.
It's not exactly great routing to just go check labs and then go back here, so...
Absolutely not, yeah.
It's not too trolly, but...
Both our runners did exactly what, you know, the correct routing, but unfortunately, just the way it plays out.
Yep. Logic is still a troll.
Alright, guess the first jump, no problem. First try.
Oh, almost there. Second jump, second try. Very impressive.
Angel's very happy, I can tell. One of the very few times where the wave beam is probably the most useful in the combat situation. Because while the plasma beam and ice beam can bring the drone down quickly or kill it, it has a long death animation. Unless you use the wave beam, then it just instantly falls to the ground. So if you ever need to, and those drones typically lock the doors too, so if you need to pick them out quickly, yeah, swapping to wave beams actually probably your best bet.
Yep.
Ops in another room that's just brutal when you don't have gravity or burst ball.
Yeah, especially if the gel zaps get annoying. Like they tend to be. Also just checking on the other runners, and none of them have X-ray.
We'll try not to spoil if someone finds it, but
Got it. I'll leave it for the surprise.
No, we'll mention if someone finds it, but we won't mention where.
Yep. It will be an eternal mystery.
What do you mean it was in Dark Oasis?
Really? I thought that was where PED suit was.
Because referring to other Metroid Prime games, when playing a Metroid Prime game, it's totally not old humor at this point.
Yep. We're running out of things to say. It's X-ray visor. We're still looking for it.
The seed is pretty much solved, otherwise.
Yeah.
And going off what our runners have acquired, I think we already know it has to be either Vendrona or it has to be Phasal Mind Depths. Like, when I say Vendrona, I mean we're gonna find out soon. Ops just clearing it out now. Oh, Angel's actually opting to go back. Because he's just doing this one check with the plasma beam, I assume.
Oh yeah, troops, there is still plasma processing. X-ray could be there as well.
Oh my goodness, how did we forget that location? That's a brilliant point.
Yep.
making routing decisions. This will probably be the time that he decides to check plasma processing.
Yep. Can't imagine much other reason you would be here. Aside from maybe going to pick up thermal.
Yeah,
Clearly the optimal strategy.
I wonder if he's figured it out yet. Forsaken Angel actually does not have the grapple beam, so he does have to do a dash here.
Yep. It's not too difficult, but...
Is Angel opting to skip it?
I think he's just going for an R jump.
Yeah, he's going for... Yeah. This is, yeah, definitely an easier jump. Oh, he actually has the grapple beam, so he could have actually done it the normal. I guess he just forgot. And so did we. Yep. Or so did I.
Yeah, so...
And we got ourselves a nothing.
Yep, that's... Nothing's look a lot more similar to regular items in alternate visors.
Of course, Angel has checked these items earlier.
Yep, so we know where all of them are, and none of them are exciting.
Except for research lab. Either Hydra, the one with super missile.
Yeah, still is Hydra. It's gonna be somewhere, and where it is, we're finally gonna be done with the seed.
Angel using standable terrain as always, and then slope jumping.
And Op using the very revolutionary tactic of ignoring the Metroid so it doesn't lock the doors on you. Yeah, I think I was just a nothing in plasma.
Yeah. Alright. Well. Something I neglected to say earlier on, Angel, when going for the item that Op went for, actually did a trick, jumping and firing a missile across. That way you don't need the plasma beam, but of course it takes a few more hits or a little bit of accuracy to hit from on top of the boxes. If you have the plasma beam though, and if you just want an easy way, doing the way Op did is definitely the way to go. And it's the intended way.
Yeah, it's a intended way, but that's just one of those tricks that I always do the alternate method just because, I don't know, I feel like just...
Good practice.
Yeah. And just, haha, see, this guy can do this anyway. I don't need to listen to your logic.
And if you're more consistent at it, it's faster, which is the most
And
important.
also, Forsaken Angel is finally grabbing his thermal visor. That
Will
he's
he,
just having...
or will he just walk right by it? Let's see.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he's going for it! Keeping us on like the... Oh man. Definitely a follow-up question for sure.
Yep. Did you just forget about that, or?
I'm guessing you just didn't realize you had the power bomb ammo for it.
Yeah, that's probably it. And we have our X-ray.
I cursed it. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I said this was one of the worst locations for it to be, and here we are.
But
Andromeda's on the opposite side of phase. Wait, is it on the opposite side of phase of mine?
It's pretty far away. I mean, I'm pretty sure the two phase of mine's elevators, one's in Magmore, and one's in Chozo, so...
Fun fact, Op is our first runner to find the X-ray visor.
Oof!
Yeah, every other runner has made the phase and mines play. And it looks like Angel might, except for Angel, but it looks like Angel might be committing to that now.
Oof.
So, yeah, Op's got the lead, for sure.
Yep. This is a cursed seed. I love it.
I mean, Up technically still needs his X-ray, but sorry, his phase on suit, but he's like,
gonna
we
get
already
that.
know. Yeah, we know from the other runner that it's in the next few rooms.
Yeah. Unless he decides to go fight Floridas right now.
Yeah, but there's no. Oh, if he decides to go for Floridas instead of clearing the front of Phendrana, yeah, that would be unfortunate for him. Seeing how many unfortunate decisions all our runners have made today, it would go in hand.
Yep.
Would you clear fire just before leaving Phendrana, or would you, at this point,
Absolutely
if you're
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yeah, sure. It's gonna weigh in the backyard, but statistically, it's almost never likely going to be that there on Tharvis.
Except when it is.
Except when it is.
Alright, and Op is going to just collect his missile, energy tank. Energy tank, there we go. He's probably going to get a little desperate now, but he need not be. He need not be. Okay.
Although, well, we know that Op is Zangoma. He is probably still freaking out internally from the lack of face on Sue at this point.
Yep. He's like, I would be, I'd be. It's funny. I'd be really concerned in Op shoes probably. I feel like I'd be behind when the truth is that he's actually out ahead.
Yeah,
Because
true.
every other runner is going to have to some point backtrack to here. And
Yeah,
Ops
once you get to the late
go.
Once you get to late points, like you're just checking the SRL chat any minute, see like who got it, who finished it at this point.
Yeah, on one hand, there wasn't much in Chozo, but it was enough. The super missiles and being in Chozo ruins allowed Op to just defend her on one sweep, whereas everyone else got burned. And
unfortunately, Forsaken Angel missed the laser timing.
And unfortunately for Op, he didn't check the two items, so he's checking these two items first before he realizes his phase and suit and artifact are in the next room. Or the previous room.
Can't really blame him for that.
Absolutely not. Yeah, like it's he doesn't know that.
Yep.
Op's still rocking with no boost ball. Yep, he's checking it, and he's got it.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a go mode.
Yep.
Well, technically he doesn't have boost ball, so technically he would have, like, you know, that could be problematic theoretically, but it isn't in our case.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he knows he doesn't need boost in this situation, but even if he does, he should find it soon as well.
He might not find it before going to Phase of Mines, though. Oh, this next elevator does go to Root Cave, though, doesn't it? So, yeah, but at that point, yeah, he should be able to find... So, Op's rechecking his artifact.
Yep, only ones he has left are cargo freight lift and the lower mines ones.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so on Angel's side, I think we might be able to see the ore... Yep, we're getting to see ore processing climb.
Yep.
This is probably one of the most infamous climbs, or one of the more infamous climbs in the game.
Yeah.
Because if you fall, you have to kind of pretty much do all these finicky jumps.
Yeah, they are very finicky.
Particularly the very last one if you don't have grapple beam, but in this case, Angel has the grapple beam, so here we go. He doesn't have to do this. awkward
And
jump.
it's even harder if you don't have power bombs.
Yep. Yeah, but if you don't have power bombs, then you're gonna have to do it that way. And Op is going to be very, very pleased as punches.
Yep. And he's right next to, the frigate, so he can go get the cargo freight lift, artifact right here.
And what's his quickest route to Phasing Mines?
Probably heading down through Magmore to get to, the monitor station elevator.
Yep. I wonder if he might actually opt to go through the frigate, though.
This is true. It's also an option.
I have a feeling Op might actually... Well, it depends, because he is in go mode. So he might just say screw it and just go the way he knows it takes him to phase on.
Yep. I do think he has... Actually, no, I don't think he has been to Life Grove.
He has been, he went earlier on, but then he backed out once he
Yeah, he hasn't seen the other elevator.
Exactly.
Although he has been through both mines elevators, I believe.
Yeah, so in that case, you could just go to his map and check the elevators there and figure it out. We'll find. Only time will tell. Tumbling all the way down. There we go. And of course, by collecting the gravity suit item, not gravity suit item, the gravity chamber item, where the gravity suit usually is, in this case it was an artifact, the gel zaps in the frigate on Opside have been changed to aqua parts. And those aqua parts are so much easier to deal with than the gel zaps, who are arguably the most annoying enemies in the game.
Yeah, how convenient of the devs to make it so if you're heading down through that area without gravity suit and vanilla, you get gel zaps down there. Thanks, devs.
Yeah, it's a
Snake and Angel is going to go check ventilation shaft and central dynamo to see if they have X-ray.
And Op has decided to press on. He's going through the frigate.
Yep, looks like it.
I'm surprised Angel's going for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the best running decision, but hey, it works.
It's always nice to have safety. Oh no, the super missile missed, unfortunately. Lost the targeting there. And of course, this enemy is now going to be triggered because you have all the beams. I forget, it's all the beams or the plasma beam that triggers that fight on Angel's side.
I think it's just plasma.
And here's our invisible drone on Angel's side. And gets the super missile off. Nicely done. Instant kill.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, missiles. I can confirm Uncle Reggie just found his X-ray visor.
Oof. He's probably not too happy about where that was.
I've given him a little emoji for support.
Looks like Digglerate's not far behind us. He's heading into labs right now.
Yep.
Brothers are probably sick of this seat at this point.
not exactly sure what Op was hoping to find up there. Perhaps
Maybe
the
ice spreader? Yeah.
Ice spreader. Did I say icebreaker? Who
Yeah,
said
you
ice?
said ice.
Angel, realizing that there was nothing down here for him.
Yeah.
I think that's the single check. I think that's one check that Angel skipped, and I think that check is unfortunately being the one he's needed.
Yep. Yeah. He has not been having fortunate luck.
Oh, opting not to proceed. Although I do believe Phase on Mines is close by and shows the ruins.
That is true.
And I think he might be realizing this.
Yeah.
No, he's going to... Yeah.
Oh boy, he's gonna have to trek all the way through Phazon. Or through Chizo.
If I'm not mistaken... Yep. I originally thought this elevator went to the other side of Chozo, towards the Hive Mecha. Sorry, not Hive. Yeah, up there, but I could have been wrong. Because, yeah, I did see another Great Tree elevator on the east end of Chozo, so... No, I was right! He's on the right... He's in Flaga.
No!
He's
Well,
nice and close by.
that's convenient.
Yep. Yeah, Ops routing ended up working out really well here.
That is true.
And Diggle is in go mode.
Yep.
He just acquired his Phazon suit. And
Safe Angel, I think, is the only one who has not found this X-ray.
And Reggie still doesn't have his Phazon suit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, he's going back to Fendron. Okay, I think he...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably just got his super missiles and is going back to grab it right there.
Poor Angel trying to struggle with the map right now. Unfortunately, the map is incredibly demanding when you're playing on an emulator, because the map is using vector graphics, and to scale them up is incredibly expensive, computationally power-wise.
It's one of the quirks of the Prime games.
Mm-hmm. And emulation. If you're ever watching a run playing on stock original hardware like the Wii fruit with Nintendo, you will not experience any. You shouldn't. Well, maybe the stream itself might drop frames and input latency, but the game itself will not. It will remain a lock 60 at all times.
Yeah.
The original game is incredibly well optimized, just like Nintendo games typically are.
Yeah. And don't treat this as like Dolphin being a bad emulator. There's a lot of work that has been put into that.
And Uncle Reggie has acquired his Phazon suit and is in go mode. So all our runners are now in go mode. It's whoever can acquire the last artifacts to unlock the final boss. and off doing his maze here. Can be completely randomly generated.
Yep, it's not consistent at all. It's even, I don't think it's even consistent between seeds, so our runners could get drastically different mazes.
Oh no, Pearl.
Yeah, this is not a good maze.
He's actually lost in the maze.
Yeah, that's a rare event, honestly, because they usually tend to be pretty linear.
Yeah, that was brutal. I realize we're being very quiet, chat, but we generally just don't have much to commentate at this point in this race.
Things are getting pretty slow down at this point. It's pretty standard Prime gameplay from here on out.
Yep. This is a classic Diggle seed if I've seen one.
Diggle, we need to stop generating the weekly seeds.
It's actually been great for the most part, but yeah.
This past 2 weeks we have had some not great seeds.
Not being bullied by Metroids here.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like Diggle actually did generate the seed, so yeah, checks out.
Yep. Alright, Angel finally checking his arbor chamber. Although we already know it's just a neat tank.
Yep. Suppose if we're looking for things to talk about. Let's say, besides Prime 4, what would you want to happen next in the Metroid series, if you see it? Or if you could control what happens next?
Yeah, Metroid 5.
Post-fusion, yeah.
Yeah, 2D. And I have a few like thematical ideas I would like to see personally. Like thematically, I think it'd be really great if we had Samus as an old lady, because we don't have many badass old ladies as video game protagonists. And
I have never thought about that, but I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, think of the Mad Max Fury Road badass grannies, and go with that for Samus.
Yeah. Another thing I would like to see is, like, I know there's some Sakamoto quotes that technically say this is not possible. I'd like to see them expand on, like, the implications of the events of Fusion and what that did to Samus's biology. Like, her suit is a lot more organic now, and, like, she's got Metroid DNA, and, like, technically, like, she might have, like, some X stuff in there. Like, I think it'd be really cool to, like, see if they could, like, expand on that for some new power-ups, because 2D Metroid has honestly been pretty stagnant in terms of power-ups for a long time. And I think that would be a really cool way to expand on things.
Yeah, from a lore perspective, and
or even just gameplay perspective.
But yeah, gameplay-wise, I haven't had too many ideas for Metroid 5, and I have a feeling that might be Nintendo's problem too. Or not problem, but why we haven't seen too many Metroid games lately.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo typically likes to, when they release their games, I find they typically like to release some of a new idea. Something to revolutionize or, you know, push the genre forward in some way.
Yeah, there was like a lot of discussion about this recently with Paper Mario and how Nintendo isn't really content to just release games. They like to innovate for the sake of innovation, for better or worse, with how that has affected some things. So,
And to answer chat, Archlord Pie, this isn't a championship, it's a weekly. All seeds go here. Also, even then, championships can have terrible seeds. We've seen, like, the finale was arguably, like, or honestly, yeah, there's been discussion as to, like, whether the runner should have the log, or, like, if bosses should not contain could only contain artifacts, maybe. But even then, there's checks that take forever. There aren't just bosses. I love how the artifact is sticking out of the tank there on the op side.
Alright, Josie, you did a really terrible job of hiding that artifact. Do better next time.
She'll never find it here.
The description of the hints in the randomizer is genuinely amazing. If you ever want a good read, just go load up the Primal and Randomizer, head over to Artifact Temple, and just read all the hints. They're hilarious.
Alright, Ops finally has a mega part.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I bet he doesn't think he's the first one to go against it, but here we are.
Oh, absolutely not. When you're running this late in the seed, you are worried that the SRL message is gonna pop up any second.
So I decided to spy on Diggle's stream, and he too is actually against the Omega Pirate.
Wow.
So Diggle has shockingly caught up, like incredibly so. Like,
very interesting. It's actually like further along in the fight than Op is, so.
Op was attempting to get the pirate skip there, the beam pirate skip, by powerbombing the Omega Pirate, but unfortunately didn't get the timing quite right.
Unfortunate. It looks like Diggle just finished up his Omega Pirate right there. So, Diggle coming in from behind.
Forsaken Angels finally in go mode like himself.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, he's still looking for his X-ray visor.
Oh no. He is probably not gonna have good things to say about this
He
scene.
didn't check. I think he might have forgot to check the labs.
Yeah.
Like the second time.
Fortunately, Op did not get the one cycle OP.
No, he did not.
So now he has to sit through a phase of Omega Pirate, giving him the hand the entire time.
Yeah, to get the one cycle of the Omega Pirate, you either have to be consistent with super missiles, or miss a single plasma shot, and then continually hit the Mega Pirate with fully charged plasma beam shots. There's techniques online. You can see the strategies there. Most runners seem to opt for the super missile technique, but personally, I actually prefer to stick with the plasma beam. And just waiting for Omega Pirate to show us the lovely face. While the Beam Pirates give him a nice party.
Yeah. Also, Golf got brought up a good point, chat, that we have not seen where Ice Spreader is, despite this entire
Thank you,
scene.
yes, I meant to bring that up. Does Omega Pirate have it?
Omega Pirate has an artifact. It might be in PCA.
Yeah, PCA. We would have found out on Diggle's side.
Were you watching that?
I wasn't, unfortunately, so we'll find out in a minute.
Yep. Because otherwise, I genuinely don't know where it is. Maybe in one of the lower mines item spots that the runners didn't check because they were in go mode. I don't know.
There's also the phase in mines. I don't think any of our runners turned around to check what it was. You know the one where you need the phase and
Ah,
oh,
yeah,
there it is.
PCA.
Yep.
Yep.
That's actually, it's nice to find the ice barrier right about now, because it's not really useful for anything except the final fights.
Yeah, but it's still pretty good for doing EXO quickly.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. It's the perfect time to pick it up, because you've got just in time for EXO.
Yeah.
And Angel is steering. Oh dear.
Oh boy, he's not happy about that.
No. He's, yeah. Up checking his elevators, trying to figure out his fastest way back to home base.
Unfortunately, the mines map is a bit confusing, and he's actually doing the rare vanilla phase on processing climb. Usually, runners just do the skip.
If you're not comfortable with it, it can be a significant time loss, though.
Yeah, it can be a trick that can cause issues. I feel like it's probably one of the most important tricks in the game.
We got minor route diversions between. Nope, we do not. Never mind. Bubbling up monitor state. Wait, monitor station. Ooh, nice jump from Hop there. I thought I missed it there. Monitor station, monitor station. Which one's the south one and which one's the one next to the tunnely thingy mabob? We'll find out. Don't worry about it, chat. I know what I'm talking about, I swear. Alright, so Angel, I think he's getting to phase up mines.
Yep. Doesn't really have any places left to go.
Also, I completely misread the elevator. So Ops in Chozo right now. Yeah, the elevators this seed have been a mess.
Yeah, this is... I think this definitely qualifies as a tickle seed. Yeah, unfortunately, Phase on Mines is pretty far away from Talon, so it's gonna be quite a walk to get back.
Everything's far away from everything in the seed.
Yeah.
I just say everything. It's not just like, oh.
You see,
start far from the start, like just to give an idea. Yeah, for actual weeklies or for tournament runs, I think we might monitor seeds a little more. I don't know actually.
I don't know. I think the ability to deal with a bad seed is part of the skill involved.
True, absolutely.
Like saying like, oh, but don't include any seeds that require you to do root cave dash because I suck at it. Because like, no, that's not how it works. You don't just get to.
Then again, we do have some rules that you're not allowed to do. But then again, that's more for consistency between emulation and the system.
Yeah, that's because of version differences. Like, the only trick that there's like under serious discussion for restriction is exoskip,
which I really think should be allowed because you might end up with a brilliant case of where a runner hasn't got all the beams but is in gold mode otherwise.
Yeah, like I'm of the opinion that like stuff should only be banned if people are doing it in the first place. It's like we haven't seen exoskip in any of the weeklies.
Nope. Not yet, anyway.
So, yeah. If someone wants to pick up exoskip to do well in the weeklies, have fun, because it's not easy.
Yeah, it involves out-of-bound tricks.
Out of bounds and enemy AI manipulation.
Yeah, forgot about that part.
It's like the two nightmares of Prime 1.
Sam's wishing she could all call for an Uber right now.
Just call her ship to pick her up and take her back to the landing site.
Actually,
Which
That really
Sam's
should-
looking at
that
with
really
Prime 3.
that really should be a thing. Then again, I kind of destroy the isolation at point. Well, I mean, it doesn't destroy it, but like, you know, like
It
things
lessens it.
Yeah, it depends on how you set it up.
It is weird how Samus's ship is so iconic to the Metroid series, yet it really doesn't do much in most games. Just sits there the entire time, and then you run back to it at the end.
Yeah, now that I think about it, the save point should always be the ship. Like instead of save stations, it should be the ship being able to find landing spots throughout the planet. And
That
it's like,
could work, but that could also just cause I think that could just cause some restrictions as to how you can design the levels. Like
Absolutely.
I know like again, Prime 3 kind of did this, and there were some areas it still had regular save stations just because it didn't want you to be able to, just because you couldn't logically fly your ship everywhere. Your ship definitely does make more sense than save stations, though. Then again, save stations don't really make much sense in general, so.
her ship just running there, wasting gas. Hey, you don't know, it could be completely, you know, science fiction-y gas. Like, might just be using the light, solar power, completely.
Magnets. Magnets, bro, how do they work?
I like this theory. How does the Choso technology work? Magnets. I mean, that's how the spider ball works. And Op making his ship save at long last.
At 1 minute and 52 seconds. This has been a very long weekly.
I believe he meant 1 hour and 52 minutes. He said 1 minute and 52 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that would be a bit short. Also, Diggle is around like halfway through his prime fight, his Exo fight, so he is definitely on track to be the winner of this seed.
So who's up for another seed? I have a horrible. I have a feeling we've been doing seeds after this, but I have a feeling that we might not see that this week.
Yeah, I think it originally started just because the seed was too fast and the runners wanted more prime. I don't think that's going to be a problem with this weekly. So we still have to wait for Forsaken Angel to finish after this, unless he forfeits, which he might.
Angel predicting the Metroid grab there. Nicely done. The Ridley fight always
Very exciting content.
Can pose a difficulty for your computer as well if you're emulating it.
Yeah, there's a few emulation inconsistencies with the running it on Dolphin. Although they're not always disadvantageous.
Alright, and Op boosting into Ridley, instantly killing him, doing 15,000 points of damage. 50,000 points of damage, and...
Very balanced, clearly intentional.
Yep.
Optimal strategy.
Yeah, they forgot to make Ridley immune to this ball.
Only the first phase.
Yep.
My theory with a lot of the weird weaknesses is that they were just from dev testers who just wanted to test things faster. Because it's not unheard of for devs to accidentally leave in overpowered exploits they use to test the game. Like, I know a really good example is actually Halo 1. In that game, the pistol is stupidly good, which is weird because it's pistol. But it was actually just because the devs made a last-minute stupid buff to it because they wanted to just be able to breeze through the game for testing, and they forgot to remove it.
Really?
Yes.
Did
And
they
so
actually
because
come out and say that?
I'm not sure quite on the source, but that is something I've heard.
Because I was gonna say, like, unintentionally buffing things doesn't make sense. Like, it makes sense both. I could believe it either way. Alright, and up onto his final Metroid Prime fight.
Yeah.
That Ridley, and if you're... I'm pretty sure everyone watching knows this, but like, to trigger the Ridley fight and to get to this whole final area, you need to have the 6 artifacts. If you don't have the 6 artifacts, or well, that we set, it's 12 from the original game and stock.
Rare footage of a missile refill station being used in Brando.
On Angel's side.
Yep.
And up, getting the slope jump first try, nicely done, and climbing back forward much quicker.
And now let's see, will Jack and Drill knock him down their hill?
I don't think, yep, he's just taking care of them.
He's taking 0 risks.
Okay.
And well, yeah, I do believe there are quite a few runners who run on console. I believe you have to mod your console to be able to do it, as obviously you can't play Randomizer on the GameCube, but I believe last week one of the runners did use Nintendo, and there is some footage of the startup menu in the VOD.
Currently, both Diggle and Uncle Reggie, if you're quick enough to watch their streams, are running. Sorry, not. I don't know about Reggie, but I know Diggle 100% is playing on hardware. And Diggle just finished, so I guess you're not gonna get. You can catch the end of that. Just to clarify, and just to clarify, modding, we mean soft mod your Wii, not physical. You don't actually need hardware physically mod your Wii these days. It's completely possible to do it via software. But we probably shouldn't go into that too much here. But yeah, it's just if you join the community, we'll help you set it up.
Yeah, there's a lot of. There's an entire channel in the Discord dedicated to helping people out, helping people set up Prime Randomizer. It's a very welcoming community. We just like Prime and like people liking Prime.
We need oh, sorry.
And now I'm in suspense. I don't know what we need.
Sorry about that. I actually don't remember what I was talking about. Sorry, what was that?
Darn it! You said like we need and like now I'm like now I don't know what we need. Now I'm in suspense because I have no idea. Darn you, Pyro.
Sorry.
It will be an eternal mystery.
Hi, Diggle. Thanks for the seed.
Yeah.
So why is Diggle not banned yet?
I think he's a mod, so he'd have to ban himself. But yeah, we absolutely. I feel like there should be a restriction. Diggle is not allowed to generate tournament seeds unless requested. Should be a gentleman's agreement to allow Diggle to generate.
I remember now what I was going to state actually. Something that I want to test is to make. I wanted to see if it's possible to get the randomizer working on the GameCube loader, which is an optical disc emulator for the GameCube. Essentially, you can play GameCube games off an SD card on the GameCube. But of course, probably the easiest and most successful way for the majority of people is to look for a soft modded Wii, because I think they already have a Wii. They're more likely to have a Wii than a GameCube.
Yeah, I feel Dolphin's a lot, probably the easiest way to do it, since you just need like a decently powered PC. I don't know, maybe you don't have the access to GameCube adapters, or maybe you're just Forsaken Angel and happen to be a freak of nature who enjoys playing Prime on a keyboard.
Yeah, Emblem, unless you're a Wii, like even if it has a broken disc reader or disc drive, you could probably still get to work. But anyway, I don't know how much we should be talking about, so. And we are officially past the 2-hour mark. This is a long season.
Yeah, I think we can pretty safely call this the longest weekly seed we've seen.
Yep.
I mean, there were some other ones that went past the 2-hour mark, but seeing everyone go past the 2-hour mark, this is... never mind, Diggle did finish before the 2-hour mark, but this is certainly a very long one.
And it looks like Reggie is going into Metroid Prime at last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Complete truth be told, sorry for being so honest, but I might not be able to stick around for too much longer. Sorry to be unprofessional. The speed has gone on a lot longer than I was expecting, but I'll stick around as long as I can.
Yeah, you'll be stuck with me and my toolset tones.
In the meantime, it looks like Oppa is just about to finish off giant enemy crap. I mean, Metroid crap.
Yep. Same thing.
Oh, hello, Tallow. This seed is terrible. Plasma.
Yeah, this
Sorry, go ahead.
certified Dickle.
It was a pretty quick start, but then
Yeah.
you had to go to Chozo Ruins, which was very far away to get your super missiles. And then when you got that, you had to go all the way back to Fendrana, the center of it, to get Research Lab. I always muddle up. Is it Hydra or Ailer?
Hydra.
Thank you. Research Lab Hydra, which requires the super missiles. So you had to go to Chozo, then to Fendrana to get to Phazon Mines to get the Mega Part. Funnily enough, both Flarga and Thardus were not required to seed. And yeah, it seems like every runner decided to
do
take
at
care of
least
it
one.
anyway. At least one, if not both. And none of them. Nothing.
Yeah. And this is in contrast to the previous weekly seed where they were both mandatory with major items.
It was a really great start too, like with not having Chozo Mines. Chozo Mines. Chozo Ruins, like having an Angel using his flamethrower to open the door.
I think we just learned something new, that flamethrower doesn't open doors.
It does or doesn't?
It doesn't.
I thought it did.
Op got, oh, it did. Maybe I just missed it. Anyway, Op got pool skipped, unfortunately, because Prime is Prime.
Yeah, so there are certain spots in the area where this phase of Metroid Prime will not drop the pools that you need to damage Metroid Prime, depending on where he is in the room.
Darn you for not doing the attack I need to kill you. Not letting me kill you. Darn you, Prime!
Alright, there we go. We're back into full steam here.
Yep. Seems a rare post-2-hour energy hold gameplay. Not too often you see that.
This is the latest, I think. I don't think I've seen it past the 2-hour mark.
Yep.
Ever.
This is the first.
Just to give everyone an idea of how bad. Oh man. I guess Angel didn't realize that until now, and there's no... It would have probably been faster to go another way, but at this point... Oh boy. Sorry, chat. I'm sorry, we're being... Not putting our energy into this. That's time. It's 2 hours, 4 minutes, 58 seconds.
Yeah. It's been a long seed.
See if Op will join us or not.
Also, Diggle, I would suggest running before you have a lynch mob on your head for this seed. Then again, if he is still alive at this point, I don't think anything's going to help us hunt down Diggle.
I warned ye. I warned ye.
Hello,
Who rolled this?
Diggle.
Diggle.
I warned you. I warned you.
He said he was sorry, and he should.
Yeah.
You actually did have a bit of a lead there for the most part, but Diggle really caught up towards the end. Just like once using you were the first person to get into go mode. It's just like shockingly how late it was because you went to to get that super missile and then picked up X-ray visor for Vendrana.
I thought I was making the wrong play almost the whole time I was in the show zone because the latter half was all missiles, fly rumors, and nothing. I was just so unhappy with my routing as soon as I found plasma, and then it all kind of went. From that point, but then
So I think it probably had.
Go ahead.
You probably had the best routing of all the runners.
Everyone else pretty much opted to do Vendrana first.
Yeah, aside from the detour into mines, which you obviously couldn't have known that was the bad move prior to not finding X-ray.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would lead to an elevator to Chozo somehow. I was kind of hoping to get lucky and maybe just find everything I needed in early mines, but yeah, the elevators were really bad, especially getting down.
It wasn't just the items that were bad to see. The elevators were all over the place. Only thing I could have seen that could have made it worse is if both of the Vendrana or the face on the elevators had been in Life Grove or in the Great Tree Chamber. That would have, and so you had to go through Frigate to get to either one of those nodes. That would have been fun.
There we go. Sorry, just putting audio down. Yeah, do you have any thoughts about the seed otherwise?
It was bad. Everything was bad. The artifacts, the items, the elevators.
Interesting start though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
the start, I didn't realize we started on the space jump. I thought it was
Yeah.
I thought the random starting items were a casual race thing. That's why I kept trying to jump back on the ship, and I was like, why am I not jumping high enough?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm did the game glitch or something? And lo and behold, 2 minutes later, I was like, oh, I jumped twice. And we had charge. I was, for a little while, I was assuming I didn't have charge, and I was just kind of using the missiles instead of shooting a bunch of pellets and everything. It was.
And Diggle agrees with you. He also didn't realize he had space jump.
Yeah, it was a pretty clumsy start
For a while.
Yeah. Well,
And then the way the magma also kind of routed on itself.
That was surprising. I was surprised to find bombs there and a few other things. Yeah, magma was pretty limited. Surprisingly.
Yeah, it's a good thing you decided to commit to that. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting that Chozo was so late in this seed, because usually you get Chozo right away, but no, in this seed, you didn't get Chozo until basically into the mid game. Even then, it was competing with Vendrana, so that's always some unique gameplay.
Yeah, I had trouble finding Vendrana for a while. Where was the earliest point I could have gotten there?
It was a branch between Chozo and Vendrana. Right at Mother Station. Both runners just picked one of the elevators and didn't even check the other one.
Yeah. You picked and different ones. Angel just dove headfirst into Vendrana and you dove headfirst into Chozo.
Yeah.
At first, I thought you jumped right over it, and then I thought you were actually going to skip the elevator, but then you just went to save.
Yeah. I actually kind of forgot. It's all like a blur. I need to watch the VOD.
I don't blame you at all. I think this is, as we were saying, this is the longest seed we've ever had on a weekly. By a long shot.
I don't think by a long shot. We've had 2-hour seeds before, but this was definitely bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Collinson says it was a great watch the different routing between Off and Angel and how those decisions affected the results, which I completely agree. That's the best part of a randomizer.
Yeah, if it wasn't for X-Ray, I honestly would have said this would have been a really fun seat to watch and commentate on, because just the routing.
If I had X-Ray my first time in Mines, I'd have put straight broken.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Yeah, and of course, with no boost ball either, you couldn't even check Vent or Central Dynamo, but fortunately, it was not there.
Well, I would have been able to just keep going and make my way back out after O2 without worrying about boost ball.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, if you didn't have X-ray visor as well. But,
Despite how bad it is.
I'm going to have to apologize. I personally do need to. I do need to depart at this point. The seed went on far longer than I was expecting.
Far longer than even anyone was expecting, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, same here.
I just. No, yeah. I just. Are you going to be okay for? Well, anyway. Here, sorry, I'll just be a second. Yeah, so get quiet.
I was just gonna ask you.
Currently fighting Metroid right now. Just a heads up, you are still streaming. So
I just.
Gotcha. We can still see.
Yeah, we can still see your dolphin. Rare footage of emulators.
Oh, that's.
Nintendo lawyers, look away. You saw nothing.
It's just.
Alright, so my apologies again. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for commentating with me.
We'll see you all next week. Oh, I will see you all next week.
Yep.
See ya.
Yep.
Adios.
Tyson Anytizers.
Alright, so the rest of the seed, it's mostly just gonna be some standard XO gameplay with Forsaken Angel. Let's see, will he get a good impact crater climb? Oh, not even gonna attempt it. Jack and Jill have traumatized him too much.
I can understand that.
Oof.
Last year during the tournament, I got bullied really hard by those Metroids down there and just gave up.
Yeah, I've had some bad experiences with those two in some races. Ooh, unfortunately, he keeps missing those jumps.
I'm a little bit delayed. I'm watching on my phone.
Yeah. Looks like Reggie is also done, so Forsaken Angel is going to be the last one racing.
So there were 1, 2, 3, 4 people total.
Hello, Reggie. Yeah, do you have any passionate opinions about this seed? Any murderous urges? At least on the bright side of this seed, Forsaken Angel has a lot of extra missiles to use on Prime. Lots of super missiles going around. You get a super missile, you get a super missile. Might even get a wave buster too if you're lucky.
Did I skip that?
Oh, never mind. Forsaken Angel doesn't have wave buster.
I think I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, I think some of the runners neglected to pick it up.
Actually, I might have seen all of them. I picked up too. Ice Spread was a pretty
I mean, there wasn't really much else anywhere else it could be at that point. Except from like phase-on processing tunnel. Or mining tunnel.
So it's nice to have it.
Yep, always nice. Yeah, because, fun fact, Ice Beam and Ice Fire actually does bonus damage against Metroid Prime because, fun fact, despite the name, Metroid Prime is actually a Metroid. Yeah, so. Some deep Prime lore. Yep. I think it's also partially just because if it wasn't, Ice Beam would be very bad against Prime, but because it has pretty good niche of being very effective at killing.
Yeah, it travels.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry for not talking much. There isn't really much exciting going on over here. People have seen lots of Prime fights at this point. This seems to be pretty standard, not really much exciting, not much out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Diggle is just doing Prime with quite a bit of missiles. He almost has half the missiles in the game. That shows you how much the randomizer runners care about missiles.
120.
Yeah, there's 255 in total. So he almost has half.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a certain point in the seed where you stop avoiding missiles and just embrace it for the sake of the meme. Just because you want revenge against Exo and feel like abusing beam combos. Yeah.
Especially when it's still just kind of like, okay, just do whatever.
Yep.
Do they know about staying close to Axel while he's in the war? You just kind of like the swipe attack.
Some people do, some people don't. I've tried it. I find it a bit difficult for me to do personally, but I don't know. Depends on the runner. I found. And Sick Angel is actually he's used up all of his missiles.
Axel's being a jerk with the beam switching.
Yep, as EXO does.
I don't know if the music is
Yeah, music is playing, but I think Sick Angel has had the music volume down low for a lot since I haven't been able to hear a lot of the music for him.
He's handling the essence a lot better.
Yeah. You had a rough Essence fight. And we are finally done with this seat after 2 hours and 24 minutes.
Wow.
Alright. Let's see, will Sick Angel be joining us for the post-race interview? Looks like he will.
GG.
GG.
How was the seat?
Yeah. Yeah. Just why have X-ray there, of all places.
Yeah.
And part of me knew I needed to go back as soon as I found supers. Did I listen to myself? No.
Yeah, this was... That X-ray was very trolly.
Little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, it's because of the artifact.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
two of them in QB and OP.
Mm-hmm.
This will
Damn.
force me to fight him just to save time.
And as soon as I saw phase on where it was too, and the artifact up top was like, oh yeah, I've seen this before.
Yep, because at that point you knew super missiles were required.
Yeah. Didn't help that Diggle had actually just played a seed previous to this that had the same 2 spots.
Oh, really?
Really. Artifact in a tower, phase on suit in ice.
So it
Oof.
paid off to get a season this time.
You can tell my parent of frustration because just from the poor plasma pirate toward the end, it's like, really? I'm just tired of you. Just flamethrower it. That triple wave phase on EXO though. Not fun.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh well.
Yep, the seed is over and done with at this point. Unfortunately, Pyro had to leave after a certain point because he got busy and he wasn't expecting over a 2-hour seed.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us were.
But hey, we got the complimentary ice spreader after Omega Pirate though.
Yeah, true. Just in time for the final bosses.
Wait,
Hey.
who else got that? Who else got Ice Spreader?
I'm pretty sure everyone did. Yeah,
Oh.
because it was in PCA.
Oh, right, I'm done.
Okay. 202.
Yeesh. This was...
What a seed. And sadly, I can't even say that was the worst seed that I've played.
Really?
Really.
Me neither. I've had worse. I've had 2.5+ hour seeds. Occasionally even 3+.
Yeah.
Great.
Granted, most of those were all 12 artifact seeds, though. But still, yeah, most more random.
My worst being a shuffled scan hidden item model, which took about 3.5 hours.
Oof. Yeah.
But it was fun regardless. This seed wasn't the exception though.
Yeah, I think it was actually really interesting, except for X-Ray.
Yeah. X-Ray could have been in a far better spot.
Yeah, like, the actual logic of, like, not having an early Chozo, I thought that was really interesting. Like, Magmore being basically the early area, and then the decision to go to Phendrana or Chozo, I thought that made for a really interesting seed. It was just then all the runners had to search the entire game for X-Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. The early Magmore kind of caught me off guard, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it didn't surprise me. The seeing the Phendrana did, though.
Yeah, it surprised me that it took a half hour to get to Chozo, and then
Right.
probably past the hour mark to get to Phendrana for me.
Anything else you have to say about this seed, or should we finally end off this marathon broadcast?
I think I'm good.
Just Diggle.
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 I How dare you?
Please stop.
Oh well. Fun-ish quotes, Seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun in quotes. Good way to describe it.
Oh well. GG.
GG.
Yep. Anyway, no, looks like Forsaken Angel already left, so, anyway, I've been RoboScout, and I'm Pyro Paper Planes, who is not here right now, and RoboScout's filling in for me. And yeah, that's all, so, we will see you all next week, hopefully with a less Diggle Seed.
Yes. See you next mission.
Yep.